these kids come out of these programs having really understood what we're putting forth, the lessons learned from the Holocaust, that we need to be kind to one another, that we need to be accepting of one another, because that's the only way we're going to ensure a better future.
inSIGHT is the backbone of Holocaust programming in Palm Beach County. The state of Florida created a mandate saying that all students must learn about the Holocaust. But unfortunately, like most mandates, it's unfunded.
You could fulfill the mandate by making sure the students had read a paragraph in a book. Okay, they've been taught. That's not taught. They need to be reinforced with these lessons year after year and in engaging ways. There are 26 states in the US now that have this mandate, and not one has a model like ours. inSIGHT currently funds grants for students and teachers.
These programs are for kindergarten through 12th grades, as well as training teachers to make sure that the educators both understand the history themselves as well as how to teach it. There are new ideas coming up all the time, new speakers, new books, new programs. I think that every student will pick up something different through each of those experiences.
Students do not necessarily remember what you teach them, but when you create an experience that they're engaged in, it's something that they will remember for the rest of their life.
inSIGHT Through Education is an amazing local organization that puts together educational awareness programs about the Holocaust. The history of the Holocaust is incredibly important to learn the lessons, and this history belongs to everybody. It means so much because it's really the next generation that's going to be charged and tasked with carrying on those lessons.
When the doors close and they turn on the projectors, it's a whole 360 experience. So everywhere you look, the scene may start behind you and it'll go through the entire cattle car on every wall.
With the survivor that came in last Saturday, he had the tattoo and it was just really like so real when you see it in person.
He told us about his experience and how he weighed 55 pounds. I was shocked and it was just really touching and I'd never forgotten about it.
Definitely makes it feel more real because you're seeing it from their perspective than from many people's perspectives put together.
I don't get the same effect from reading. It's hard for me to visualize it. It makes it feel a lot more real.
I come from France. 76,000 Jews were taken from France. I feel that those 76,000 souls on my shoulders are doing this. Keep it up.
They are much more animated in their speaking, and more of them will raise their hand. It gets them much more involved. Living voices really help them to understand better what a teenager went through, both with their friends and in the camps. If you're just reading a book, it doesn't give you what a real presentation would give you.
What I just saw, like that was the greatest thing for Holocaust I've ever seen. Like usually you read that in books, but you got to see the feelings, thoughts, movements in person.
As children, we are the future of the world. So I feel like it's so important that we know what happened in the past. Because when we learn, we know not to repeat history. Because if people don't know what happened in the Holocaust, it could very well happen again.
I feel it's important because if we educate everybody about it, then they'll know why it's wrong, why it should never happen. If you're an upstander, you can stop it before it gets worse.
Even just getting to one kid can lead us to spreading awareness to so many. Education is our hope for the future.
When we see teachers asking for more, it's because they're seeing it every day in their classrooms that these students are responding to the messages that they're getting.
I mean, the demand for them is increasing constantly, and we see the impact by the feedback that we get from the students and the teachers. We know that we will find individuals that are understanding of the need for this type of program, and that we can eventually reach our goal in Palm Beach County of reaching every student every year.
You can't read the newspaper, you can't watch the news and not know that we are living in a time where this is critically important. Education is the key.
There are so many great ideas out there, so many opportunities that we can bring to the county if we have more funds. Shadow Light is one example. You know, the field trips are an example. We have speakers that have offered to come into the schools that we could probably book for a month. There are so many fantastic opportunities once we have the funding in place. The programs that inSIGHT provides, both for professional development and students, is to provide the lessons to create better people, better future leaders.